All right, let's jump to the offense because you just said a word that I want to focus on, deploy. And you and I were screaming from the mountaintops weeks ago about Damien Harris. We were
Yeah.
early on the bandwagon. We were screaming. I was screaming, get this guy 20 touches a game. He needs 20 touches a game. On Sunday, he got more than 20 touches. And once again, Damien Harris looks like a stud.
Absolutely. I think if you polled people around the team right now and you're like, all right, well, who's your best offensive player? I don't think there would be any hesitation that they would say Damian Harris.
Mm.
I just think he's been terrific. He doesn't like his big run. I think it was 25 yards. I remember, I'm in the press box. I'm watching the game, and on that drive, I'm behind the play, not directly, but sort of off to the side.
Right.
And I'm looking through my binoculars, and I'm like, I saw him run, and I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't see any room there. How did he get out for 25 yards? And he really did. Now look, Patrick Queen, the Ravens rookie linebacker, screwed up. He jumped into the wrong gap, and that really allowed the play to develop. But still, there wasn't a whole lot of play, a whole lot of room on that. And I just think that whether it's if you give him a Sony Michel hole from, when they won the Super Bowl, he's gonna do a lot with it. If you give him a little bit, and this is the difference between him and Sony, you give him a crack, he's going to make 5, 6, maybe 12. Look on that play, 25 yards. Like
Yep.
he's a game breaker. He's really fast through the hole. He's decisive. And then at the end of the runs, which I love, he finishes his run. Every single, he makes the other team, he punishes the other team. And at some points, like, I saw guys like Marcus Peters and other guys on that Ravens defense, like, kind of shy away from the contact by the end of the game. And that's the type of player he is. And he was terrific in this game. He's been terrific for them, and I can't wait to see more. I just hope he stays healthy.
He's got the pedigree. And I know some people might be watching him play and go, yeah, but is he really that good? And, the Patriots have a really good offensive line, and people will question Belichick's drafting. I mean, this is the guy who drafted Sony Michel in the first round. But when you look at Harris and his resume, it's there. I mean, you look at the lineage of running backs coming out of that Saban program now, they're legit. I mean, they are legit. You talk about Derrick Henry, he's legit. Josh Jacobs, he's legit. And Harris was starting over Jacobs at Alabama, which should tell you how good the guy is. I mean, he does have that pedigree, and every time he's given the football, almost every time, I don't want to say every time, but almost every time when he's given just a little bit of space, he will make a play. And he has that acceleration through the hole. As you said, he finishes with power on his runs. You hardly ever see the guy go down on first contact. He gets more than what is expected of him when he's given the ball. All of the telltale signs of a legitimate number one running back, it's all there. And I think we're finding out that the Patriots, if they want it, Greg, and as you mentioned, he's got to stay healthy. But if the Patriots want a bell cow, they have a bell cow. He is somebody who can run the ball 20 to 25 times. He can be your number one guy, running back by committee. You can throw out the window. You can sprinkle in Burkhead. And, of course, you put James White out there on third down because, again, we saw on Sunday night, James White turns nothing into something. He did that again. So, of course you sprinkle those guys in, but the majority of the time has to go to Harris. And even if Sony Michel is activated off of IR at some point, I know Belichick talked about it a little bit this morning, didn't give much. But if Michel is activated, I don't think you see a lot of them. I mean, Harris has to be the guy.